Alright guys, how you doing? It's been a while since I've done a video of any kind, so hello to any new followers and hello to everyone else. Always appreciate the support and I hope you're having a good start to the new year despite all this lockdown bullshit and this winter that we're having. We'll get there folks. I needed to make this. Something happened to me literally an hour ago, and as soon as it happened I felt like I had to ride it out to then try and articulate to you guys how it made me feel and to warn you guys of this thing I'm going to explain to you. And it was a good exercise and a reminder for me that although I'm 6 years without a bet, you can never be too careful and never too cautious. Okay? So I was online and I saw a post from someone who put a bet on a four accumulator, not even a four accumulator, a bet builder on the Man United Liverpool game. And the guy that posted it, he'd posted a screenshot of two of these four things coming in, and it was captioned with "Why can't I cash out and play?" So he was ready to cash out his bet there. When I see things like this, I struggle because it doesn't make me feel like gambling, but I have morbid curiosity to what the bet is, and it's like a car accident. I can't take my eyes off it. So when I do usually see these, I try and click away as quick as I can, delete the post, delete the person, whoever it is, and I couldn't do it today for some reason, and I saw his bet, and the problem I have with that is gambler's mindset. I'm not watching that game, and his bets etched in my head, so I knew what he needed to for his bet to come up, and the guy couldn't cash out, so he needed Man United to win, and he needed Victor Lindelof to get booked, and this was, I think it was a tenner bet for a grand or something like that, and Man United were winning with a few minutes to go, and Cavani comes up for a header. Headers off the posts. Liverpool in the rebound. They go up the park. Victor Lindelof, pull of the shirt, gets booked. As soon as that happened, I got this horrible, horrible pit in my stomach. Like, it was like going back in time. Like, I had placed that bet. And I wasn't happy or ecstatic that my bet was coming in. I felt anxious for the rest of the game. And my body, my brain was telling me that this wasn't right. So, 3-4 minutes injury time, Man United hang on, they win the game, the guy's bet comes through. And I sat there for the rest of the game, and the game, as soon as Lindelof got booked, the game was ruined for me. It ruined my enjoyment. I felt incredibly guilty for looking at that, and I felt I felt like it was me betting on that game. Now, I want to share this with you guys because I want to explain to you how powerful that kind of imagery and marketing things are. Because think about how the betting companies spam you, and they'll say, I mean, you've got this whistle ban now that's been widely criticised, but they're still using tactics like at halftime telling you, you're 3-1 odds for someone in the second half to score or whatever it is. If you're an active gambler and you're seeing that kind of advertisement, and my mindset anyway, if I didn't put that bet on, so say just for argument's sake, it was like Lindelof to get booked in the second half, 3-1, 5-1, boost odds, whatever it is, I would feel bad that came through and I didn't put money on, and I'd feel shit. I should have put that bet on. But equally, I might have been enjoying a game without putting a bet on, and then feel spurred and triggered to betting when I wasn't intending on betting. I'm 6 years without a bet. I see one image online. I still have to be aware that these messages, these ads, that kind of imagery, that kind of thing is powerful. And you might feel you've got your shit together, but it could go either way. That might bring you back to gambling. If that guy's bet lost, you'd be like, ah, shit, well, what a mug. What a stupid bet to put on. That guy's bet won, you're like, fuck. I could have had that bet on. It was interesting, the reaction that I had, because knowing that the guy had won the bet, I had zero happiness. And in putting me in that guy's shoes, because literally that's how it felt, I was in that guy's shoes. I felt incredibly guilty and horrible and sad and anxious. It's a football game that I was enjoying up until that point, and then ruined it for myself, because the person whose shoes I was in had the mindset of me when I was at my worst with gambling, not someone who's put on a random bet and won and went, hey, happy days and taking their money and checked out, and that's it till next weekend. No, that's if I had won $1,000, I'd be like, okay, when am I going to lose that winnings? What am I going to do with that money? Do I really want to win? Do I really want to have that feeling again? Because it gets to a point where you don't feel elated if you've won. You don't feel elated if you've lost. Not that you would. But my point is, you feel nothing. You feel a guttural drag, a pull, a depression, where it doesn't matter if you've won or lost. That pit in your stomach is a one constant. And that pit in your stomach is your head, your body telling you that it's not quite right and you need to move on from that. So guys, just a lesson for me that I need to share with you guys. If you see any of that kind of thing online, don't look at it, don't engage with it. If it's a friend, I'm not expecting you to block your pal, but just be mindful. You can mute posts, you could clean up your social media feed, unsubscribe from betting companies, anything that marketing preferences, blocking software, ad blocks for your browsers. All these things will help. For anyone that's a struggling gambler and they see things like that from the betting companies day in and day out, 24 hours a day, on their phone, on their TV, on the side of a bus, on their high street, just imagine how they feel. And then you got someone like me who's not had a bet for 6 years, see something like that, the guy wins a bet, and I'm instantly swept back to that mindset and feeling. It goes to reinforce how I feel about gambling. I'm not going back to that shit. But for a lot of people, that could be a trigger and and really set them back. So take what you will with that. A bit of a ramble, but I wanted to tell you guys about it. Take care, don't gamble, and if you do feel like gambling, get in contact with me, and if I can't help you, I'll signpost you to someone that can. Don't do this alone, guys. Plenty of people out there to support you. Take it easy.